At Kate's Family Eye Care, we value a family-friendly atmosphere, offering high-quality eye exams. Our expert staff utilizes the latest techniques in eye care. We have a large selection of affordable glasses that are unique to our area. We are proud supporters of the Northeastern Knights and wish all the teams the best of luck.
Go Knights!
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, you were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. That fear is the only enemy, the only thing keeping you from feeling that power in your bones. And here we are, right here, right now. Let's fly.
You're good at motivation, we're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
KOA exit 151A, registration and the general store. It's a family-owned campground with pull-through parking for RVs or travel trailers with full hookups. Rent a cabin, relax at one of the fire pits, or picnic by the pond. A playground for the kids, or get in around the golf before dinner. Take a water-soaking hayride, lay out by the pool, and then take a dip.
Do you have a big event coming up soon? Dejo Photos has you covered. Check us out on Facebook. We are professional photographers who strive to capture all of your special moments, such as family portraits, senior photos, live action sports, graduations, and so much more. If you don't think photos are important, wait until they are all you have left. Contact us via email at info@dejophotos.com or call us at 765-277-0047. Dejo Photos, capturing memories one photo at a time.
Coming together every day to make a difference for you, for me, and everyone in between. Because at Dot Foods, when we celebrate each other's differences and work together to make the community a better place, we become great together. At Dot Foods, what matters to you matters to us, where communities matter. Dot Foods.
Welcome back. We were checking with all of our people out there to see who would send in, and we're going to have a special prize for those people who texted us and emailed us and all that saying that the sound wasn't on.
Well, we know that Linda Johnson is watching us, and I'm hoping you can hear our sound now. But I'll tell you, we had so much insight and wisdom in that first segment. I hope you can read lips, because we had a lot of great things to say. I'll say a couple of these things right now. We're about to talk about cross country and volleyball, okay? But we are going to have some guests tonight. Debbie Moore, for assistant cheerleading coach, will be here. And then Wes Ohl is going to come on in, and we'll talk football. So those are our guests. If you can't read lips, then that's what we said in the first segment.
And you said Miss Luby's my... So did it cut out again? Doggone. No.
We were trying.
Hey, cross country. Now, Tyler Hotsteller, cross country coach, when we had him on the other day, he thought they would finish third, and third they did.
Boy, his FanDuel account must be fat right now.
Goodness gracious.
I tell you what.
Added thick.
Yeah. So, hey, good job by the guys. The whole team, they qualified as a team. Top 5 go, they finished third. And everything's changed in cross country this year, Jerry. Number one, they've added teams to the sectional,
which makes it even tougher.
Makes it tougher to go. All right, Richmond finished first, and I think Batesville was second. Bigger schools, a lot more people to choose from. And the Knights were 2-time defending sectional champions out of that sectional. But hey, they'll take third at this point.
Oh, absolutely.
They're gonna go on to regionals, and congratulations to them. It was a tough day, you know. I mean, you work. I don't know if you got up, I know you were up early on Saturday
Oh, listen,
morning.
Saturday, I left my house at 2:30 in the morning to go to the airport.
Had the temperature changed yet?
It was cold.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, it got colder too.
Yes.
Because these guys, they were out there at roughly 10:30. It was probably windy, and it was cold. Now, as a runner, you don't mind the cold. Okay,
Right.
You actually want it, you know, a little chilly. You don't want it hot. Okay, but I can tell you, as a runner, the wind is a killer.
Oh, brutal.
You got to fight the wind. That makes it very difficult. Plus, you're adding the fact that there's more teams there. Okay, so you're going to have more runners on the course just by the fact that there's more teams. And, you know, a bigger sectional because of how they realigned everything.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and the regional's bigger too now.
Yeah, we'll talk about the regional here in a second.
Oh.
But I've been to that Connersville course.
Yeah.
And that Connersville, you know, if anybody from Connersville is watching, and I don't know if they are, but they do a great job with that sectional.
We have people from all over the world watching.
We do. We found out by looking at the comments on our Facebook
That's
page
right.
just about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So, you know, congratulations to the guys. They're going as a team. The Shelbyville is where the regional is. I think that's kind of where they go every year if they get to the regional. Now there's going to be a lot more schools and a lot bigger schools.
Yes.
You're going to find some Carmels in there and all these schools. So the competition is really tough.
Oh, it is tough, and you know, but the thing is, all you need as an individual is to have a personal best, and you might advance to that state finals.
You could. You get out of the regional, that's where you're headed.
State finals,
All
because
right.
there's no more semi-state
Yeah,
this year.
there's no more semi-state, so you go directly to the state finals. You know, and by the way, if you're going to Shelbyville, check the Facebook page or check something. Go for tickets and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And the same thing for volleyball, but we'll talk about
Yeah.
that in a second. But really check those out. Make sure you get tickets, and if you get a chance, get on down there. I mean, it is. I don't know how far away it is, but
Shelbyville's about 50 minutes.
yeah. So you know, it's not that bad. You got your whole boys team. Got to talk about the girls too.
Well,
You know,
Heather Crawl made it
Right.
as an individual.
right?
And also Gracie Madeline Green.
Yes, Gracie Madeline Green. Now, Gracie, I hope you're watching tonight because we've seen your name, Gracie Green and Madeline Green. So from now on, in our eyes, you're going to be Gracie Maddie Green.
There you go.
And so she's also going. So those two
Yep.
girls qualified as individuals. And, you know, congratulations to them. We had the coaches on last week, and, you know, they're pretty fired up for the coming years as far as girls go, and the guys. But girls, they're starting to see some numbers. It's always been a problem, okay, having numbers. The more numbers you have, the more competition.
Yeah.
Everybody's pushing each other.
7th and 8th grade. And they're starting them. They're getting to some 6th graders, 7th graders, 8th graders, versus in the past where they sort of got them as freshmen.
Yeah. So that's good.
Yeah.
They'll have some experience coming
No
up.
experience, and then they'll have a little more training ideas of what to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, cross country's had a wonderful season this year. You know, still, you know, the conference
Yeah. Conference champions
did well there.
for the guys.
For the guys, girls come in second.
Second, yeah. It's
So,
great performance for
Hey,
them.
we'll take that every day of the year.
Absolutely. So good performance
Yeah.
by them. So it's cross country's been a shining light here for the last 4 or 5 years here at Northeastern,
Yes, absolutely.
especially on the boys' side.
Yeah,
okay?
absolutely.
And it's great. We've had some individuals on the girls' side, and that's continuing this year. But on the boys' side, they've had a lot of success. They've been sectional champions, conference champions, county champions. A lot of success. They've been to, when they had semi-state, they got out of the regional to go to semi-state. You know, for a small school out here in the middle of the cornfields with a little over 400 kids competing against the 4,000 student Carmels and all them, that's excellent performance. So my congratulations to Tyler and Eric and that whole crew over there. And, you know, guys, we wish them the best, you know.
Good luck for this weekend.
I hope it's sunny with no wind and about 48 degrees. I think that'd be perfect running weather.
Watch out for those mountain lions.
Yeah.
You never know, Rick.
Well,
I'm telling you.
Well, that's like the speed bunny. You
That's
know,
right, the speed bunny. There you go.
That'll get, you don't have to be faster than a mountain lion. You just got to be faster than the guy behind you.
That's right. That's all you got to be. As long as you're not last, you're good.
Absolutely.
Oh, well. So, good luck at Shelbyville and all that. And so I think we need to slide into a little volleyball.
All right. So we have a little video on volleyball. Girls are back-to-back sectional champions.
First time in history.
I was going to ask. I don't think that's ever been done.
Has not been done.
And so a lot of success there. And we're going to talk about them. But first, I want you guys to see this little video that I put together.
Now, here's the thing. When watching this, notice how calm and collective Rick is.
Well, also, you got to watch it to the end, okay?
Yeah, watch to the end.
You got to watch the whole thing. So we'll play that right now. Then we'll come back and we'll discuss the sectionals and regionals. So, Kayla, take us to the video.
Oh, here we go. We're going back and forth. Matthews, that's short. Oh!
That was out. That was out. That was out.
That's out. Yes, that's out.
They should call it. Our ref called it out. That was out. Yes.
And the Knights win the set, and they win the sectional.
That was a great call.
And on behalf of IHSAA and Hagerstown High School, Athletic Director Scott Snodgrass is presenting a game ball and IHSAA sectional trophy to the sectional champions, Northeastern Livestreams.
And like I said, Rick, cool, calm, and collected.
Well, it was, you know, that last set was, you know, we
yeah.
were in overtime,
Yeah.
and so we're sitting right by the play, and we're both, Angie Goebel was with me on the broadcast, and we're both looking at it and saying, hey, that's out, you know, and so, of course, I'm cool, calm, and collective. I'm letting everybody know what I thought the call should be, and well, I think the line judge who would normally make that call, I think it was blocked.
Yeah.
Okay, because that free ball was coming right in front of him, so I don't think he could see it because he wasn't putting a flag up or anything. So they had to rely on the down ref to make that call, and the up ref.
Well, I was at the airport in Dallas.
Okay.
And my plane got delayed, so I was happy. I was the only person there who went, yes, we're delayed, hot dog. And so I could watch the match. And I was watching it, and that play happened, and it seemed like it took forever to make the decision that it was Knight's point.
Well, absolutely. That was part of the drama, okay?
Oh,
They
yeah.
add a little bit of drama to that. So let's talk about the whole sectional, Jerry, okay?
All right.
Thursday night, they played Knightstown.
Yep.
Took care of business.
Took care of business, looked good. Went right after it. Third set, had little hiccups, but that's somewhat normal for this team.
Yeah, it definitely is normal, okay? They're probably going to have to work on that. But, you know, really, Knightstown struggled all year. You know, no surprises. You know, you took care of business. Your goal there was to get out of there with a win. Nobody get hurt. We'll see you Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Okay. So Saturday we're going to Hagerstown, which, by the way, thank you Hagerstown. These guys.
Oh,
were,
yes.
What they're a great host. I mean, we had wires running everywhere because I had the cameras plugged in, and they were very gracious, and they had us set up, which is exactly where I asked them to set us up. And so I want to thank Scott Snodgrass and his crew down there. These guys were great, as they always are great
Yep.
hosts when we go
Absolutely.
down there. And we've been down there a couple times this year, and we'll go back again, sectionals and
Yeah.
whatever. So anyways, so Hagerstown, and you know they're still a good team, all right?
Oh,
now
absolutely.
they had roughly a 500 record, maybe
Yeah.
a little better, but it's Hagerstown.
That's
okay?
right.
You're not going to count out Hagerstown, Jerry. They're well coached. Brian Dale's been around forever and ever. He's been around. He's had a lot of successful teams there.
Absolutely.
So you're not going to count out Hagerstown. And so the Knights come out in the first two sets, absolutely dominant. I mean, we've watched them all year. You and I have probably seen 95% of the matches they've played.
Now, remember what Rick just said there. First two sets, totally dominant. All right.
And they were. I mean, I don't know if you got a chance to watch it.
Yes, I have.
Okay. They were absolutely dominant. They
Yeah.
had probably a 15-point run. It was a long run.
Yeah.
They went on a long run and dominant. This match is over, okay? Because you're thinking, you're up 2-0. Well, then the third set came. That's been the trouble set for the
Yep.
Knights volleyball team this year. Has always been that third set, and this one was no different. So it was back and forth a little bit, and you kind of you knew Hagerstown wasn't going to die.
No,
right?
no.
They weren't going to just look. Hey, this is our home court. They have pride. They have good players. They're well coached. So you knew they weren't going to die, and they did not die. They won the third set. But the Knights kind of gathered themselves back, as we've seen before.
Absolutely.
You gather yourself up. And what happened was they won the fourth set. I'm not going to say easily, but they were in command. They were in command that whole set. And so, it's just as the set moved on, it was a foregone conclusion just getting to 25. So.
Yep.
All right, so you win that. Union County had no problems with Shenandoah, as you would expect.
As we expected.
Yeah, there wasn't any. And I'll tell you, I'll make a little plug for Shen. They have some good players, and they have some good young players. I don't know, we'll see how that goes in the future, but I would think, someone could work with those players. And it's hard, though.
It's hard.
You've been around this a long time.
Yes.
So you got Northeastern and Union County in the finals that night, and not unexpected.
Nope. No, that's about what everybody thought it would be.
Yeah. Not unexpected at all. So we're in the finals. We get there. I get there early. You have to charge things up. We got batteries we use, so we have to charge. You know how it is. That's inside baseball, but we're getting ready to go. And hey, we come out first two sets again, Jerry.
Dominated.
Domination.
That
Second set was a little closer, but it was never in doubt.
So
okay?
basically, a copy of the morning session.
It was carbon copy almost, except for the fourth set.
Yeah.
Okay. But those first three sets, carbon copy of the morning session. Okay.
Yes.
Or the early afternoon session. And also the Knights had not that much time between the end of their match going into this match. So, you always you wonder about these things.
So then you think that now you've lost that third set. Now in the back of your mind, you have to remember what you did to Union County here when you went down 2-0. You came back and won 3 sets. In the back of your mind, that's got to be sitting there going, oh.
Especially in that third set, I'm not going to say we were dominated, but they were in control.
Absolutely.
They were definitely in control of that. Hey, it's Union County. Again, they're always in the mix somewhere, okay? No matter what year it is or who they have for players, they're always well coached. They play fundamentally sound. That's kind of been their thing throughout the years, and by golly, they won the third set.
Yep.
Okay, here comes set number 4. You gather yourself up again, okay? And we are. I mean, you watched it. I don't know if you watched the whole thing.
And they jumped out like that.
Yeah,
Bam.
jumped right out in the 4th set. We're going to cruise to victory.
Yeah.
We're up 22-16. Now, when we're up 22-16, you got the other team on the ropes. Well, they had a young lady. This is Jeff Matthews' granddaughter, Katie McCashlin. She went to the line, brought them all the way back to tie the score.
Yes.
Okay. And now that's a surprise. Okay, I'm surprised. Angie's with me. We're both surprised. Matt had a timeout in the midst of all that, but called the timeout. Try to you call the timeout. Try to stem the tide. But I'll tell you what. So it was tied at 23. It was tied at 24. Okay. Actually, it was a kill by Emma Neely. At the opportune time, and a monster, a boom baby kill that got the Knights off that skid, okay? And then you saw the end of the game. We just played the end of the match there on an out ball, all right? Just, on a free ball over an out ball, and that was the end of the match. Knights win 27-25. You win the match, you win the sectional. That's all you got to do.
Then you smile and you live to fight another day.
You live to fight another day. They had their celebrations. We had I was part of the convoy coming back. Yeah. Everybody had their lights on and the fire trucks, and we all met in the gym. It was a nice little celebration. So, onward we go, Jerry. So that means this Saturday, where are we headed, Saturday?
We're heading to Cascade, a place that you cannot get to from here.
Well,
but you have to try.
You have to try. It's about an hour and a half drive, maybe hour and 45 minutes from here.
And it's over by Danville, Illinois.
Yeah.
In that general vicinity, heading that direction. So it's not real bad. It's a great facility.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Plenty
facility.
of parking. Very nice.
And it's not that far off the highway either.
No.
Now you go down there to it's Clayton, Indiana.
Yeah.
Wherever they don't know where Fountain City is, we don't know where Clayton is.
That's about right. That's why, thank goodness, we have smartphones.
Yeah. So Cascade High School Knights, they'll play at 10 o'clock.
Yep.
Okay. Then the second match will be after that, Greencastle versus the host school, Cascade.
Yep.
Knights are playing Cecina, who knocked us out last year.
Yes.
I think Cecina is expecting, or if they aren't, they should expect a different team they saw last year.
Well, and the other thing with it, and I agree, I mean, that match was relatively closer than what they thought it was going to be.
Absolutely.
We had an opportunity to win one of those sets.
First set, we had an opportunity.
And then we missed a serve.
Yeah.
Inopportune, and it killed us. But the other thing with that is we've got, we'll have that match on the air.
Yeah, we'll be there broadcasting.
Live.
Right.
On the IHSA TV. And, and you can look at our Facebook page, Northeastern Livestreams, and you can get that link to watch if you can't make the trip. But
better yet, be there.
Be there, and then watch it when you get home.
Yeah, these girls are good. They deserve your support.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's what we're going to do. All right, so we have our guests are in the green room. They're getting their makeup and their powder and doing their hair, do whatever they got to do. So, we'll take a break. First, we're going to have our players of the game. Then we'll go to commercials, I think, and then we'll be back with Debbie Moore.
All right.
So take us out, Jerry.
You're watching Knightline Live.
We are here with our Subway players of the game. We've got Gracie Summers and Kate Benjamin. All right, Grace, serving. I want to talk to both of you guys about serving. You were serving some rockets out there. I don't know. Did you drink your Red Bull before you came on, or tell us about what you were doing out there?
I usually play want to start for my team because it's sectionals, big. We're seniors, so this is our final round, and I just.
You want to make a run, right? You want to make a
run.
Make
a run. Practicing serving in practice definitely helped.
So what's the attitude around the team? Again, you guys got a lot of seniors on this team.
Yeah.
I've heard all year we want to make a run. So what's the attitude around the team right now?
We're definitely all like playing together and just like keeping our cool, and we have big dreams, so we're playing together and just
All right.
keeping it going.
Hagerstown on Saturday. We'll look
Yep.
forward to that one. All right, why don't you guys switch here, and I'll talk to Kate. Kate, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. So
Great.
I want to talk about your serves because a couple of rockets there, but most of them they were just falling right off the table. Is you trying to do that, or is that an art form, or?
I've been trying to work on my float serve and just stopping my hand correctly, and it's been helping a lot.
Yeah, and it was very successful tonight. You had a lot of balls. That ball was moving. It was unbelievable. So, and it kept the other team off guard. They didn't know what to expect because you kept changing speeds also.
Mm-hmm.
Is that also part of your strategy to change speeds?
Me and my coach's strategy, yes.
All right. Well, keep it up. So all right. Well, Addison Mastriano. Really, I want to ask about this match right here. With this match right here, first two sets, you guys were on fire. You could do nothing wrong. Third set, all of a sudden, here comes Hagerstown. That fourth set, really a lot of tense moments there. So talk about the fourth set and you guys coming out and putting away in set number 4.
I think we just needed to realize what we did in the first and second set. We knew what we could do, and it was just executing it and getting passes up right to the setter and making sure we were putting the hammer down and not them hammering us.
All right, so you're going to play for a sectional title tonight against Union County. No secrets with Union County. They're a well-coached, very well fundamental team. What are your thoughts as we go into the match tonight?
I really think if we play how we know we can, it'll be a good game either way because they're a good team. But I think if we really just do what we did in the first and second set like we did today, we'll be good.
All right. Well, good luck. Congratulations. You are Subway Player of the Game. That's Addison Mastriano. I'll tell you what. Is there anything you want to say?
No.
No, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to say. Addie, give me a fist bump, man. That's awesome. All right. So that was Addie Mastriano.
Dreaming of having more space? With a mortgage from First Financial, you're golden. We keep things simple with friendly, personalized service from application to closing. We'll help you find the right mortgage loan to fit your unique needs. Plus, you can qualify for relationship pricing with an eligible checking account. And since we live in the communities we serve, you can count on our local knowledge to make sure the pieces fall into place for an on-time closing. So stop dreaming and start moving with First Financial Bank.
Harmon sheds are custom built to your specifications and needs. But wait, there's more. Harmon sheds build privacy fences, decks for your pool, beautifully designed decks for all around your home, and detached pavilions. Let Joe and the crew do all the work, so all you need to do is relax.
This is Rick Fletcher. When my car needs repair, I take it to 715 Simharjan Parkway in Richmond, home of Knuckle Busters. With their ASE certified technicians, why would you go anyplace else? They repair domestic and imports, air conditioners to Z-bars. Knuckle Busters Auto Repair. Call 765-488-1470 and tell them to go Knights!
Are you being bugged about your floral needs? The Leaning Lily, 927 South 9th, is a full-service florist with lots of great gift ideas like wind chimes, potted plants, hanging baskets, teddy bears, and much, much more. Convenient delivery available to residential, the hospital, and local funeral homes. The Leading Lily has bouquets to say, I love you, to weddings to say, I do. The Leading Lily, we have you covered. Welcome back to Knightline, and we have a special guest in the house, Rick. A special guest.
Well, special Debbie Moore. She's assistant cheerleading coach. Debbie, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
You're here on relatively short notice here. And
that's okay.
We were able to bribe you to get you to come in, and we appreciate you coming. So we want to talk about cheerleading, the competitions. What I want to say is I follow you guys on Facebook, so I see you guys are great at keeping up to date,
Yep.
what's going on, and you post a lot of great stuff, not just about cheerleading, but about decorating the halls, and so it's really kind of fun.
We try.
But I see a lot of first place trophies coming home, so let's talk about that.
Yes.
Tell us about some of the previous competitions you've been to, and you guys are winning. All right, so
We're doing well.
Well, let's talk about that.
Sure. We started with our first comp this summer at the Indiana State Fair.
Right.
We had never gone before. Northeastern has never gone before. That's a different type of competition, and we end up coming out of their first place.
And you guys are on the track? Is that where you
We
are?
perform on the track just like the band.
Yeah, okay.
The mats are out there.
Mhm.
We're on an incline, so there's a little bit of difficulty there with tumbling and stunting. But it was a hot day. It felt like 101 out there that day, I believe. And we came up with first place. So pretty excited about that, to start that tradition.
So I mean, every week I'm looking at you. It seems to me like every week I'm looking at your Facebook, and you're winning something here. So tell us, where you're going to different venues here for competitions.
Yes.
And this is all leading to something. We'll get into like state finals and that type
Okay.
of thing. But where are some of the places you've gone, and tell us how you've done.
We've been at Pendleton Heights. I don't know if you've ever been to that gym, but it's quite the experience. It's really not that big.
Okay.
But they had...
And you got a lot of cheerleading.
Yeah,
teams.
it's really loud in there. Lots of cheerleaders. They have a morning session and an afternoon session. So it was a really packed house, which is a different experience for us to really perform in. And we also have 2 routines where we have a timeout routine. And then we have it's called a traditional one, and that's the one that has music in it.
Okay.
That's a 2.5-minute routine.
Okay. Now, is that what you're being judged on, or
Both of them.
You're being judged on both of them. So you do them back to back, or you do them one this time and then come back later? How does that
typically
work?
It's in the same day. Typically,
Okay.
they do a competition. Will host the timeout routines in the morning.
Okay.
Late morning.
So you'll perform in the morning.
Yes.
And do this time. And how long is typically that routine?
Minute 15 to 30. There's a buzzer.
Yeah.
It's kind of like your typical timeout that you would see at a basketball game.
Okay.
That's why they call it timeout. A buzzer goes off. We enter the floor. The timer starts.
So
we do a cheer only, and then the buzzer goes off, just like at a basketball timeout.
Right.
And then we have to exit the floor.
So it's like just a lot of...
It's all cheering.
It's all cheering, no music.
Nope, no music for that one.
No dancing per se.
No.
It's mostly stunts and pyramids and everything you're going to see.
Yeah, that one is all about spirit and crowd leadership.
All right.
So.
All right. So you guys are judged on that.
Mhm.
Okay. Now in the afternoon, then, and are these all typical formats for your competition?
Yes.
All right. So you go to the afternoon, and that's where the dancing comes in and the routine that you've been working on, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how long is that one?
That's a 2.5-minute routine.
Okay. Now that doesn't sound very long, but I bet you it's
exhausting for the girls.
Stretches them out a little bit.
Yeah.
So, and then they come up with a cumulative score, or are they judged separately?
They are completely judged separately.
Okay.
So this past weekend we had it off. So the previous weekend was October 7th.
Okay.
We placed 3rd in timeout and 1st in traditional.
Okay, now I understand.
Yes.
All right, and when I read your Facebook page, I'm not quite understanding, that type of thing.
Yeah.
But now I know.
Well, so we're on the border of Ohio and Indiana, and I noticed that you guys have cross the border into
enemy territory,
Buckeye territory. Now, some people do like the Buckeyes around here.
Yes.
I personally can do without them. I'm like a walnut guy. But anyway, there's a big difference once you cross that border in the cheer stuff than there is on this side.
There is absolutely a big difference. Ohio is called let me go backwards. The schools that we typically see, like Tri-Village, New National Trail, the ones that are in Preble and Dark County, that class, like we're 2A in Indiana,
right.
They're called a class over there. That class is not permitted to build, I'll say. But like the southern schools in Cincinnati, the bigger ones, are permitted to build.
Build, what does that mean, build?
Stunting in Indiana language.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
So
you guys are stunting.
We are stunting in Ohio. We're allowed to stunt in Ohio.
All right. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So the schools that we typically see that we even play in other sports,
Yeah.
like Tri-Village, National Trail,
Yeah.
they're a big tumbling school. So their tumbling is pretty spectacular.
That's got okay. A lot of times when we bring people like yourself on, now that leads to questions. My big question is why? Why don't they allow National Trail to build? I say build a pyramid or stunt or whatever.
I don't know. That's what
that's an
their
odd. That's an
OHSAA thing is over there.
Okay, well, we won't get into their politics as far as that goes. So you're coming down to it. I mean, you're coming down to the end of your. I mean, you're gearing toward the end of your competition season. So tell us what you got going on next, leading to what's at the end. Where's that star at the end of the race?
So today, our timeout routine had to, in order to qualify for state, you have to submit a video. We had to submit that by last week, and we got an email today. That's how they notify everyone that we got into state. At Newcastle.
So you
for
will
our
be,
timeout. Yes.
Okay, so you'll be competing now. Is there classes in cheerleading?
Yes,
all right,
there
so
is.
Tell us what the classes are. Is it like any other 2A, 3A, 4A?
Yes, similar.
Okay.
So I'll try to explain it. It's kind of complicated.
Okay, well,
so most of our
cheerleaders are smarter than us, Jerry. We've always known that. So they have to complicate their formula. So go ahead.
It helps. I understand sports a little bit.
All right.
So we are 2A for Northeastern.
Okay.
And cheer, that's considered varsity or varsity D.
Okay.
So schools like Centerville or Delta are varsity C.
3A schools.
3A is C, D is 2A.
Gotcha. Okay.
So in our timeout routine, they combine C and D, so 2A and 3A, and that's who we compete against.
Okay. All right.
So we had to submit a video, and 27 submitted. We were selected. They take 16 to Newcastle, and we were selected.
Based on the video.
Yeah.
All right. They're not worried about photoshopping the video? Or
I don't know how that works.
Well,
but
it works, all right? It gets you to go to
Yes.
Newcastle, so we're not going to quibble here.
Yeah, so that routine gets to go to Newcastle.
All right.
So then this Saturday we go to prelims at North Central.
Okay.
And that's for our traditional routine.
Okay.
And in that routine, we do only compete against 2A schools.
All right. Okay, so Eastern Hancock, what are some of the teams?
Yes.
What are teams you see all the time? Because I'm assuming not everybody has a team.
Clinton Central.
Okay.
Eastern Hancock. New Washington. Winchester is actually competing this year, so they will be at prelims this Saturday. I'm trying to think who else. Riverton Park. A lot of schools.
You don't have to name them all. I'm just trying to get a flavor here. All right. So what are our prospects? I mean, as far as being able to qualify for the state finals.
Last year was the first time that we went and we qualified. So definitely that's our goal this year.
Feeling pretty good about it.
Yes. There'll be 11 or 12 Saturday that we go against.
All right.
And they typically take about 50% of those.
All right. So about maybe 6.
Yeah.
Roughly 6.
So Saturday's kind of considered our semi-state. You get an invite, the top 50%.
Okay.
Will then be invited to compete at Newcastle.
All right.
So far we have one routine going and hoping for both.
All right. So keep us going down the road. It looks like 2 weeks after that, if I'm doing my math correctly, November 4th.
November 4th is at Newcastle. Yes.
All right. Newcastle, great venue. All right, nice place to go, and it's close to home. Okay?
Yes, that is nice.
You know, because I know you guys travel to different places and travel. All right, so we already know we're going there for the timeout. So you're going to be there anyways.
Correct.
No matter what happens Saturday, you're going to be there.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So tell us about the excitement level of your team, and how that's figuring in your practice and your scheduling and what you're working on and that kind of
yes.
stuff.
Yeah, it is challenging for us this year. Definitely having 2 routines and trying to split that practice time. So with the timeout routine, we will be going against a lot more schools and bigger schools.
Right, because of how they mix them
Yeah,
up.
how they mix C and D together. So that'll be a morning performance.
Okay.
So we're really, for this year, really excited to be there, and that's kind of an honor to try out this new game day / timeout type of routine. And then our traditional, we did go last year, and we placed 6th.
Okay.
A half a point below 5th.
All right.
So
you're hoping for better this year. Is that
we're
what I'm
hoping
getting?
for top 5. That's our goal.
All right. Well, we're going to wish you the best, Jerry. Go ahead.
Now there's one other thing happening here on the 27th, I believe.
28th.
28th, yeah.
Correct.
On the 28th,
yeah.
That we're going to have a in-house cheer competition thing. And the last I heard that the interest was pretty doggone good of teams coming in.
Yeah, I believe we have 18 schools signed up right now.
And is that a Saturday?
It is a Saturday.
That is a Saturday.
Oh, wow.
And now here's my question. Will you be doing your state routines in that?
Yes, we'll be doing both.
What time does that start?
We will get scored, but we're not going to compete.
Correct.
Yeah, I get you. What time does that start?
10 a.m. The doors will open.
And how long can you expect to be here?
We expect to be done by 4.
Okay, all right.
So what time or how much does it cost to get in?
I believe we're going to charge $5.
$5 to get in.
You got to make a little
You
cash.
got to make a little cash here. So
Yeah.
$5 to get in. And Rick, as that you always say, is get there and
gym,
watch the girls in the gym. Be there, support them, because they work hard.
Yeah, absolutely. Get there, watch these girls because they're good.
We got 18 schools coming, so it's a good experience even for schools that are not competing to come and watch and see what it's all about.
And the first time we went to the TEC thing, we were like, "Oh, this is pretty cool."
It was cool.
Yeah, we had a great time. And
they packed them in. Hopefully we can pack them in here.
Yeah, Winchester is coming. They're signed up to compete at our competition, and Hagerstown as well.
Okay.
So and they're not doing the competition circuit right now, so they're wanting to kind of dip into it, which is really exciting for our conference.
So a lot of local flavor there. So
we're excited.
Good for you guys. Well, how many competitive cheerleaders?
18 on the mat.
That's a big squad right there. I don't know how you get them all herded together, but
it's not
you
easy.
guys are coaches.
It's like cats.
Yeah,
herding cats out there.
All right.
Good.
Well, Debbie Moore, thanks for coming. I know.
You're welcome. Thanks for
you
having
don't.
me.
I know you don't do this every day, but you're going to go back and watch us, and I'm going to tell you, you did great.
Yeah.
Thank you so
And
much.
we
Absolutely.
appreciate everything about the cheerleaders. We love our cheerleaders, and congratulations so far, and good luck in the future. All right, I think we're going to take a break here. When we come back, we're talking football. Sectional time is right around the corner, so Wessel is going to be here on the hot seat. We'll be back. This is Knightline Live.
Hey there, my name is Gibson, and I would love to invite you to LifeSpring Students. That's our youth group at LifeSpring Church, which is just south of Northeastern on 27, and we meet from 7 to 8:30 on most Thursdays, but the doors open at 6:30. It's a great way to get to know more about God, meet some friends, as well as get to know about yourself some more as well. Plus, it's a lot of fun. We usually have some basketball and dodgeball, along with some other activities. And if you want to know more, check out lifespring.tv/students.
Martin's Country Mart, US 27 Fountain City. Swing in and grab a coffee or a frazzle. Maybe a fountain drink at Martin's Country Mart. We also have all your favorite snacks, bottled drinks, and of course, sweet bakery items. Plenty of accessories for dinner. And don't forget the grill menu, covering breakfast, lunch, dinner, and of course, the kids' favorite, pizza. Martin's Country Mart, Fountain City. You've had a hard day at work and all you want to do is sit in your lounge chair in the nice cool air? Then it hits. The AC's not working. The living room feels like the Sahara Desert. Call Reynolds Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. In just a short time, it'll be nice and cool. And then all you'll need is a sign that says, "No penguins allowed." Call 765-966-0994. Reynolds Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Proud sponsors of the Knights. Welcome back, and we have another special guest in house, head football coach Wes Oler. Wes, thanks for joining us tonight on semi-late notice.
Yeah, not really. I was a week early, but I was late for this one. But thanks for having me.
We were so interested in having you on, Wes. We wanted to spread it out over a couple of weeks. This time you're actually on, and I'm not going to tell the story of how I texted you, okay? But we'll share that for another time. Hey, welcome, Wes. Appreciate you coming here. So it's football season. Look at the weather outside if you don't believe me. It's really turning chilly and colder. That means we're gearing up for sectionals. Before we do that, let's kind of review the season. We've had some high points and some low points. So let's kind of get your view on how the season went, and then we'll talk about the sectionals coming out.
Yeah, our ultimate goal every season is to win the conference. That's kind of it starts there, and we fell a little short. Ended up tied for second with Winchester, 7-2, 6-2 in the conference, but. Some high points, we had not beaten Tri in several years. They've had a really good program and still do. I believe they're have a good chance to win their sectional here in the next few weeks, and that's a really good team. And we were able to beat Shenandoah again for the second time in a row, but came up a little short against some of the better teams in the conference. Centerville had our number at their place, and we stumbled a little bit last Friday in a game that. We really wish we could have back, but you only play them once. So
yeah, you do.
We're hoping losses are teaching moments as well, and it's sometimes it's not bad to get humbled a little bit on your home field, especially going into the tournament where you have a new season, and film was really good today, so it was productive. So
Saturday morning is game film of your game, and Monday film is preview of the film.
Yeah, so normally we gave them Saturday off. We hadn't had a Saturday off in quite a while, so we gave them this Saturday off and kind of a reset and enjoy the weekend. And then today we did both. So
a little bit of mental health break, because it's a long season. I mean, these are high school kids.
Yeah,
you're out there every day grinding, and then you grind on Saturday morning too, because you come in and watch, and it's early.
Yeah,
I mean, these guys got to get out of bed and come in. So a little bit about Friday night I want to ask. Okay, what was the big thing? Was what? Okay, turning the ball over. How are we going to address that?
Yeah.
That's what I want. I mean,
that's what we
not
talk
to put you on the
about.
hot seat, but you know that already.
Yeah, and it's when you have 4 turnovers and you have a punt block return for a touchdown, you're not going to win many of those football games. And we had some mishandling of the ball. We had a screen pass that he just didn't have the grip on and just threw it. You can see on the film as soon as it
looked
releases
like
his
a
hand,
wounded dove.
Yes,
going across there.
A dead duck in midair.
Yeah, that's right.
And right to their kid that ruined, kind of killed one of our drives, and then and it's a credit to Hagerstown, but that we put the ball on the field too many times, and it seemed like every time we did, they got it, and they turned it over a couple times too.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
we had a couple interceptions and a muffed or a fumbled punt return that we got that helped out, but. You have to win the turnover battle, especially we're playing really good teams from here on out. So you can't give them extra possessions.
And the big thing about that game, as crazy as it was at the end, you actually had a chance if you recover an onside kick. You're about on the 35-yard line.
Yeah.
With 40 seconds to go in the game.
Yep.
And anything can happen at that point.
Yeah, I've learned never to stop going. I don't, that's not a great way to put that.
No,
but after last year, we got down 35-10 against Heritage Christian, and then took the lead in that game. I mean, until you're down inside the last minute and you're down multiple possessions, we're going to keep the foot on the gas because you never know. You know, we get the Logan White 80-yard touchdown play, just like that in high school football. A guy falls down or there's a missed tackle, and you're right there. And that onside kick takes a weird hop. We've got the ball at the 30 with a chance to tie it up. So
we need some big old nubs out there in the dirt so that ball hits it. But it was great that you brought up that the Heritage Christian game last year. I mean, the same type of play, and what a game that was last year.
That was a classic game, but last year, unfortunately, it was a loss. But we played a great team, and we played great, and it was competitive. This team right here, I think you got a lot of talent. Okay, I think you got a quarterback that can play. He's got talent. Sometimes confidence for a high school kid is tough to keep, right? And, you know, with Blake, if he can get that confidence, go back to what we saw at the beginning of the year from him, where he's throwing the ball and we're, going down the field. So, Blake, if you're watching, man, you're a good quarterback. You know what? You can throw he throws a nice ball. And, normally he'll make good decisions. But, confidence, if something goes bad, it happens to adults. Okay, so Blake, we're gonna cheer you on. You get that confidence back, buddy.
Well, and we talked about it in film. I was proud, and he made good reads. He's making better decisions when to run, when to. He's got to be a little more comfortable in the pocket, and he threw for over 300 yards Friday night and 3 scores and ran a little bit too. I mean, he just. But there were some throws he missed, but overall his decision making was really good, and he extended plays when he needed to, and Hagerstown's a good team.
They are a good team.
That only lost to Centerville by 7, and it's typical. Their quarterback was out, and then you get a little fresh blood. I think it gave their offense a little juice, and he played really well. He made throws. They converted on third down when they needed to, and they took advantage of some of our mistakes. So all the credit in the world to Hagerstown. They had a great game plan on both sides, and they executed better than we did.
How big of a difference is it facing a left-handed quarterback versus right-handed quarterback? Is it's like a baseball? I mean, there's a big difference.
I think for the pass rushers, it's a little different because when you're a righty, you're more likely to scramble right. You're always kind of facing that way, and the angles are a little bit different. And he extended some plays. He runs the ball well, but he threw the ball well. I thought we did a good job. They took several shots downfield, a couple of kind of trick plays where they're double reverse or double passes, and our safeties did a great job of containing them on those plays. But they, like I said, they were able to convert on third down and score enough points. So.
All right, we're going to move past Friday night now. Okay. And hey, that's over. New season. We're all 0-0. Nobody's got a win. Nobody's got a loss. Friday night at Winchester. I'm going to guess probably not the same team we saw early in the season. So what are your thoughts on the upcoming game?
They're playing really well. I would, other than Centerville, I think they're playing better than anybody in the area, certainly in our conference. And they beat Tri pretty soundly. They beat Hagerstown pretty soundly.
Yeah, they did.
And they do what they do. They run single wing, and they're going to run the ball. Now their quarterback does throw it pretty well when they need to. But Coach Jones has got them rolling, and I think they're healthier. I know they've got at least one player back that didn't play against us, early on. And that was an ugly game. Week 3. And, we were able to win. I thought our defense played really well that game, and their defense is really strong.
That's what I've been told. Their defense is really strong now, so we're going to have to hang on to the football, right? And turnovers are going to be huge, probably. Can't give it back to them. We got to take advantage of your opportunities. So Friday night, that's at Winchester, 7:00. So hey, gang, be there. I don't know what the weather's going to be, but so what? Be there anyways. You can always wear a coat. It's football season.
That's right.
That's what you do. You get out there and play. Now, if we're fortunate enough and we come away with a win, what's down the road?
I believe, if I'm interpreting the bracket correctly.
All right, which is sometimes you got to be a physicist.
It's like
to
a formula, yeah. But we should be at home no matter who wins between
That would
Heritage
be
Christian
correct.
and Shenandoah.
We would be home no matter what.
So that's what we're hoping for. This home game, and we'll play the winner of Shenandoah and Heritage Christian. You know, you want to think it's probably going to be Heritage Christian, but this year I think the sectional is probably a lot more wide open than it's been. In a long time, with several teams could come out on top, and we're hoping we're one of those teams that'll be in the mix at the end. You got to play your best football. We talked about volleyball earlier. We're going now. There's no bad teams. Okay, so you got to be on your best behavior. Play your best. Football's the same way. Sectional time. So let's go get them. There's my halftime speech. That'll put you to sleep, I guess.
You're like Duke Rockney.
He died a long time ago, Jerry. So
I'm not saying much here on that.
All right, so that's been Wes Oler. Wes, go ahead.
One thing I'd like to add, talking about the season kind of recap, is our junior varsity team.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
They've got a 3-season streak of not losing to any conference opponents.
Right.
They went 7-2 this season, both losses to a really good Eastern Hancock JV. We went there. We went there.
At least one was a squeaker, yeah.
One was, I think, in overtime.
I think 21-20. Yeah.
And then we lost to them again. But this Saturday, they went to Franklin County. We picked up a game. Hagerstown didn't have enough to play, so we went to Franklin County on their new field turf and won 14-8 with missing a couple kids due to injury. So the younger group has done a phenomenal job this year in practice, and then obviously going 7-2.
And even the middle school.
Yeah.
Middle school's team is strong.
I believe they also went, 7-1. I think Centerville was on a loss, so a lot of bright future.
Yeah. Future looks bright. Maybe that'll keep you here. Maybe when the scouts come and they're looking to give you a big back contract somewhere, that'll keep you here.
Well, I'd like to say, and Rick says this all the time. I'll say it because I never say it. Rick says it, but it's always great that we're able to get comments from you after the game to put on the Knightline.
Oh, absolutely,
and so forth. I mean, that's big. A lot of coaches won't do that. If we win, we're there. If we lose, I'm not. But our coaches here at the school are very good, very gracious about it because they know that it's promoting their program ultimately. And if you can't come out and talk after a loss, how can you come out and talk after a win?
Yeah.
And so we appreciate that.
We do appreciate that. We'll continue that on, hopefully.
And also having the young student athletes on Subway players of the game, and they tend to eat that up. And, and then
we like doing it. It's fun for us, and I know they enjoy it. Their parents enjoy it.
And then then there's two crazy assistant coaches that are always doing something in the background.
You got Bry there and Barry, a couple of recent former players, doing their thing. But
they're funny.
But hey, it's fun to have the young guys involved.
Yeah, they give us a little life, a little energy to the coaching staff.
All right, so we're hoping for a win because, Jerry, we'll be broadcasting that home game, and my guess it's going to be live.
It'll be live.
So we'll be doing that. So no pressure, Wes.
All right.
But you got to bring home that victory, and we'll be there to watch. So we'll look forward Friday night, 7:00 at Winchester. You guys, Knights Nation, get out there and support your football team on Friday night, and then Saturday go to either cross country or volleyball. All right. So your dance card is full. Clear the plate, no plans. This is what you're doing, okay? So make your plans now. Jerry, I think we're done.
I think we are. And Rick, why don't you get us started?
All right, what we got to do is first inform everybody that we will not be here next week, all right?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
During school vacations, we are off, and so we'll be off. I'll actually be in Pigeon Forge those few days, so we'll be doing that. We'll be back probably in a couple weeks, and we'll hopefully have a lot of good things to talk about.
Hopefully we've won 2 football games, and the girls have won a semi-state and heading to the state. And we've got a couple cross-country runners going to the state.
Let's hope, everybody hope.
What a show that would be.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. So we'll do all that. So everybody get out to the games. Go support the Knights. Support Wes and his team on Friday night, and the girls and the guys in cross country, and the girls in volleyball on Saturday.
Woo! Woo!
Time to say goodnight.
It's time to say goodnight.
It is. Good night, Gracie.
For Wes Oler and Rick Fletcher, I'm Jerry Middleton, and you know what?